Right. Good morning. So where did we leave in the last class? Yeah, I think margin is done. Carry close up. Morning close up. Song was good, Ray. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We need somebody who is smiling in that class, in our class, isn't it? So close up is always smiling. A big O podunga close up ko. Right? Chalo. Anyways. Right. So we'll continue with the session. Okay. So I think we have completed margin, right? So earlier I told you what are all things we have got. Margin, and what is the next topic? So this is finished. Okay, right. What do we have? Valuation of future. After that we have beta management, and finally commodity future. So let's go with the next one. So what's the next one we'll be having, Nana? Valuation of future. Write it down. Next one. Valuation of future. Okay. See, simple logic, Nana. I hope already we are done with valuation of options. Correct? Yes. In valuation option, what did we do? In the question, already our option price would have been given, correct? And we will calculate option price according to our own methodology. Whether it can be a binomial model, or it can be what? Put call parity theorem, or it can be Black-Scholes model, whatever it is. So we try to calculate the value of option according to us, what we value based on our own expectations and required rate of return and all that stuff. We'll compare that with what is the price at which it is available, correct? The actual price in the market. Based on that, we'll try to determine whether it is underpriced or it is overpriced, right? And eventually we'll take a call whether to buy it or to sell it. If it is underpriced, we'll buy it. If it's overpriced, we will sell it. Pretty simple. Now here also pretty much the same. Are you able to understand? So we're gonna value the future based on our own methodology, okay? And then we'll be comparing that valuation of future price with the actual future price, okay? Same, if it is underpriced, we will buy. If it is overpriced, we will sell. Now that future price which we get after our own valuation, we call it as theoretical future price. What do we call? Theoretical, according to our theory, okay? Or we can also call it as a fair value, okay? What do we call? Fair value, right? So write the next heading. So what are we going to learn right now? Theoretical future price. Theoretical future price, which can also be called as fair value, which can also be called as fair value, okay? It can also be called as what, Nana? Fair value. Ready? Now, okay. So now the point is how to calculate this. We're gonna apply a model called cost of carry model to calculate this. What is the model that we're gonna apply? Cost of carry model to calculate the valuation of future, which is nothing but which we call it as what? Theoretical future price. Okay, let's do that. Now see here. As per cost of carry model, as per cost of carry model, theoretical future price, or what is the other name? Very good. Fair value of future is calculated as under, okay, is calculated as under how? That is equal to, see here, listen carefully, I'll explain you the logic. So future price is equal to spot price plus interest saved minus dividend foregone. That's how we calculate. Spot price plus interest saved minus what, Nana? Dividend foregone. Okay. If actual future price, now you guys can tell me this, if actual future price is greater than, okay, fair value, or we can say theoretical future price, then what you will do? Then it is overpriced, correct? What you will do then? Sell. Very good. Or short. Now, if actual future price is less than fair value, what is that? Underpriced. Obviously, we buy. Correct? Okay. Now, some of you, if you can concentrate a little bit, you can understand the logic over here. What is the logic? The logic behind this formula. Now, see here. Well, what do you mean by future price, first of all? Future price means what? Say, for example, after 3 months, you're going to buy something, correct? Yes or what? Now, based on spot price, how can you find its value? Well, the logic is very simple. Suppose you're going to buy something today. Okay? You're going to buy something today. What will happen if you buy something today? Your money is blocked, correct? Say, for example, its value is 1000 rupees. You pay 1000 rupees today and buy something, correct? Which means your 1000 rupees is blocked. Yes? Yes or not? And then you keep that for 3 months, say for example, with you, isn't it? Whereas in case of future, is your money is getting blocked? Nope. Are you able to understand? So we need to take those comparisons over here. So which means if you buy something on spot by spending your money, are you able to understand? Upon that, actually, your money gets blocked. On that, you'll have something called opportunity cost. If it is your own money. Opportunity cost means what? If at all my money did not get blocked, I would have invested this somewhere else and I would have earned what? Interest. Let's put it the other way. You don't have money. What you will do? You'll borrow and then you'll buy a future in the spot. Are you able to understand? Some it's not future, something in the spot. Then what will happen? You have to pay interest. Correct? You're not doing that because of an agreement in future. Correct? Which means you're indirectly saving that much. Which means future is, to that extent, it is increased by value. Correct? Therefore, we try to add it. Are you able to understand? If I don't buy something after 3 months, rather if I buy something today, then I have to borrow money and buy. For that, I need to pay what? Interest. So by the time 3 months gets completed, my cost would have increased to the amount of interest. Correct? Which means accordingly future value also should be greater. That's one point. Second point is, suppose you buy a share. For example, here we are talking about futures, right? Obviously shares. In this 3 months, suppose you would have purchased share today. Okay? In these 3 months, if he declares dividend, what will happen? You will receive dividend. Correct? To that extent, your cost will get reduced. But because of futures, you lose an opportunity to receive dividend. Correct? So therefore, to that extent, the cost should be reduced. Are you able to understand? Yes. So it's a pretty simple one. Therefore, you need to add interest to the spot price and then you have to reduce what, Nana? Dividend. The logic is very simple. Today, if I borrow and buy something, I have to pay interest on the same. For example, if futures is 3 months after or 6 months after, whatever it is, to that particular period of time. Therefore, accordingly, my cost will increase. Therefore, I have to add. But at the same time, if I buy something today, then there is a chance for me to receive what? Dividend. But because of futures, I'm losing that particular dividend. Therefore, accordingly, to that extent, it has to be reduced. You understand the point? So that is why you have future is equal to spot price plus what? Interest saved minus exactly dividend foregone. We'll try to understand this with the help of an example. Ready? Now let's take an example. Example. Suppose spot price is equal to, we'll take it as 500. Okay. Rate of interest is equal to 10% per annum. No complications. Okay. I'll take it in a simple way. period is equal to 1 year, and expected dividend is equal to how much, Nana? 40. Let's put it this way. Okay, right. Now see you. Can we calculate the so-called fair value or theoretical future value? Can we? Yes. How to do that? Guys, how to calculate future value? So future value is equal to spot price plus interest saved minus dividend foregone. Correct? That is equal to, what is your spot price? 500. Interest is how much, Nana? 50, because it is 10% on 500. Minus dividend kitna re? 40, right? How much you get? 510. Pretty simple. Okay. Now, this is something that we know, right? So, spot price plus interest saved minus dividend foregone. What we'll do is that for ease of calculation, we'll slowly convert this into a simple formula. What is that simple formula here? Future price is equal to spot price into 1 plus R. Correct? Can I do it like that? Here directly I've put the number, na? Interest saved. How did you get this number 50? 500 into 1.1, na? No. How did I get this? 500 into 10%. Correct? I get 50. Now, how did I get this 550? 500 into 1.1. Correct? This 500 plus 50 is nothing but 550, na? How did I get that? 500 into 1.1, which is nothing but 500 into 1 plus R. Correct? Yes, everybody. That's why I've got 550. Correct? In that case, I can convert this into this sort of a formula where 500 is nothing but S, which is spot price, into 1 plus R. Correct? Yes, everybody. All right. Minus, obviously, what is dividend? T. Okay. Only just for ease of calculation. Okay. Now tell me, let's say if actual price is 520, what's going to happen? If actual price is equal to 520, then how much is the theoretical price you have got? 510. What's the situation? What's going to be your comment? Let me put it over here. Actual price is 520. Fair value is equal to 510. That means it is what, Anna? Overpriced, correct? Overpriced means what you will do? Sell or short. Okay. Next. Pretty simple. Next one is if actual price is equal to, another number will take 505. Okay. Now tell me, fair value is how much? 510. What is it? Good. So what's gonna be the decision? 5. That's all. Got it, buddies? Pretty simple only. No complications, nothing doing. Got it? We have already crossed the difficult part. Ready? Shall we move on? Right. Let's take the examples and then eventually we'll solve. Okay. Take the questions, Nana, once. How many we have finished? 36, huh? In the initial questions, how many we have solved? Almost all we have solved, I think so. Initial questions, isn't it? Yeah. Right, guys. Take some example. Ready? I have the questions with me. Just we'll write some data and then we'll calculate. Spot price is equal to 500. Okay. Period 6 months. Now, instead of dividend, in the last example, we have seen dividend rate, which is how much? Sorry, dividend value, which is how much? 40. In this case, I'll go with dividend rate, which is 20%. Rate of interest is 10% per annum. Okay. You need to calculate future value. Right, Anna? How to calculate future value now? Future value is equal to S into 1 plus R minus D. That is equal to 500 into 1.05. Yeah? Yes, because it is for 6 months, correct? For 1 year, it is 10%. For 6 months, it is how much, right? 5%. So 1.05 minus, what is the dividend rate? 20%. So which means we need to calculate dividend amount. So what is the dividend amount then? How to calculate dividend amount? We will not be calculating on spot price. One more information I'll give. Face value is equal to 100. Now tell me, how to calculate dividend? On face value, correct? So which is 100 into what, Nana? 20%. So your dividend will be equals to how much? 20. Correct? So reduce the 20. So which means how much we'll be getting? 505. The purpose of this example is only to teach you that always dividend rate must be calculated on what value? Pay value. So we'll write some points over here. You guys have got the amount? We presume it here. What is there? We just presume. Did I say it is per annum? Did I say it is per annum? Then you don't have interim dividend. You have only final dividend. Moku fellow. Chalo. Anyways. Arey ठीक है यार. Okay. Right? It's okay. चलता है. Chalo. I try to understand the concept first. That is the priority over here. Right. See here. What is the point I have to tell you? If dividend rate is given in the question, then it is calculated on dash. It is calculated on very good face value. That's obvious. Okay. Yes. And this Moku doubt also I'll clear. Dividend rate cannot be periodical. Happy? I'm not joking. That's real actually. I was about to write that point. Cannot be periodical. Periodical means what? That also I'll write. That 20% per annum. So 20% into 6 by 12 should not do this. Okay? Manasla? Right. Hello. Fantastic. Shall we go for another example? Right. We'll give some numbers for this Moku examples. Ek, irendu. Right. Right. Third example. So what about this? In this example, we're going to run something new, right? Let's write it down. Spot price is equal to, we'll take it as 500. Face value is equal to 100. Period, we'll take it as 6 months. Okay. Now we're going to have something called dividend yield is equal to 5% per annum. Now that's different. Dividend rate is different. Dividend yield is different. Okay. R is equal to 10% per annum. Now calculate fair value. Now see here. Sir, how to calculate dividend amount? Now this is different. Dividend amount is equal to, okay, so what should I do? Should I take face value or should I take the spot price? Spot price, because it is yield. Yield it is. So 500 into 5% into 6 by 12. Now I can do 6 by 12 as well because it is dividend yield. How much you get? 25 half 12.5. Okay. Now, same formula, F is equal to S into 1 plus R minus D, correct? That is equal to 500 into 1.05. Yeah, it is only for 6 months. Minus, what is D? Just now we have calculated 12.5. How much you get? 525 minus 12.5, 512.5. Okay. Got it? Every single example, you need to learn something. That's the reason I'm giving you examples. Now, what we will do is that whenever dividend yield comes into picture, okay, we have got the same answer, but we can slowly tweak our formula. Okay. So let's tweak our formula a bit so that it will be easy for us. So let's tweak it a bit. Okay, how are we going to tweak it? Now see here, future value is equal to spot, okay, into 1 plus rate of interest minus dividend yield into n. Why are these complications? You'll understand when we start solving big sums. Now, if you can see here, let's see how to calculate this. 500, okay, into 1 plus, what is the rate of interest? 10, minus, no, anyway, n is there, right? No need to convert that into 5%, n is there, okay. 0.10 minus, what is dividend yield? 0.05, okay, into what is n? 6 by 12. Okay, that is equal to how much you get? 500 into 0.10 minus 0.05 is how much, right? 0.05 into 6 by 12. How much you get? 0.02, 0.025 plus 1. It will be 1.025. Correct? You'll get the same answer. Isn't it? What is the logic behind this formula? Well, the logic is very simple. Because of interest rate, your future value will increase. Correct? Because of dividend, your future value will reduce. As simple as that. That's all. Here also we have done the same thing only, Nana. What was the initial basic formula for us? We will add interest. We will reduce what? Dividend foregone. It's exactly the same template. Only thing is that there we had absolute amount. Now we are converting that into percentage. That's all. The flavor remains the same. Hello? Yes or what? See, honestly speaking, you can calculate this way also. Which way, sir? This way. You might think that it is rather pretty simple to calculate this way because anyway we get the same answer, correct? Which is 512.5. But when we start solving bigger sums, you'll be able to understand. This is a lot more, what can I say, suitable to those kind of sums for us, especially when we have a time constraint. You understand the point? Hello? Yes? Everybody? So the logic is very simple, buddy. See here. You know the reason behind 1. 1 is nothing but it represents this one, correct? So that we can directly multiply. Yes? Hello? 1 always means it represents the main number, correct? Otherwise, we need to add only interest. Then again, we have to do one more step. So you know the logic for this one. What does this one mean? Very simple. This is rate of interest. To that extent, future value will increase. Are you able to understand? What is this? Dividend yield. It is not dividend rate. It is dividend yield. That's the reason I gave you 2 separate examples. Okay, don't get confused. Yield has to be reduced because to that extent it will, exactly, future value will decrease. And of course, this is the time. N is nothing but time over here. Are you able to understand? Yes. We cannot put this time if dividend rate is given. Please try to understand. I have given you clearly here note. Are you able to understand? But when dividend yield is given, can I put the time? Yes. Can I take it as periodical? Yes. Are you able to understand? Yield is always given on per annum basis. Are you able to understand? So always, it's very important how a number has been given in the question. Got it? Chalo yaar, everybody. Yeah. Okay. Shall we move on to another example? Right. What is this? Example 3. Okay. Let's take example 4. Ready, Nana? Okay. Spot price is equal to, let's say 500. Period is equal to, we'll have 6 months. Now again, see here what I'm going to do. Dividend yield is equal to 4% per annum compounded annually. Okay. compounded annually. Now, rate of interest is equal to 12% per annum. This is also compounded annually. Okay. You got to find out fair value. Now, for others, it's gonna be difficult, but not for us, because I've taught you so many times how to calculate fair value in this kind of situations. Not fair value, how to, make the treatment for compounded annually, correct? So you have to take the power value. Power, you remember that? Right, which means first of all, tell me the formula. Dividend yield is given. So what is the formula? Future value is equal to S into 1 plus R minus D into N, correct? That is equal to, what is spot price? 500 into, now tell me now, 1 plus, what is R? 0.12 minus what is D? 0.04 into, now if I have to put N, normally it is for 6 months. So what will I put? 6 divided by 12, correct? Normally I will multiply, correct? But here I should not multiply. Why? Because we have compounded annually. If it is compounded annually, what we have to do? Right, Nana? If it is compounded annually, what we have to do? Whole to the power of 6 by 12 or 1 by 2. You guys remember that? Hello? I taught you in the basics and we have seen so many times, right? That is equal to, now tell me, how much it comes? Give me the value, Ray. 500 into 0.12 minus 0.04 whole to the power of 1 by 2. Whole to the power of 1 by 2 means square root, correct? I think you'll be getting 1.08. What is that? Just a second. Where is my calc? 1 second, buddies. I don't know how many times we'll have this power fluctuation. Karen, Anna? Okay. What I have to do here then? Right, Nana? So 1 plus 0.12 minus 0.04 is how much, Ray? 0.08 whole to the power of 1 by 2. So 0.08 square, how much you get? 0.2828. So we'll take it as 0.283, which means 1.283, correct? Hello? Yes. Now tell me how much it comes. 641 point. Nana, please check the calculation once. Check the calculation once, everybody. One. Done? All of you got 641? Okay, let's go to the next example. I think we are done with this. Okay, Nana. Example 5. I keep on switching this on. Anyway, the power will go again. Okay, guys, write example 5. Spot price is equal to 300. You can listen and write none. Otherwise, we have to stop multiple times. Period is equal to 3 months. Spot price is equal to 300. Rate of interest is equal to 20% per annum. compounded annually. Okay. Let's say this is no dividend paying stock. There is no dividend. Okay. You need to calculate its future value. Tell me guys, if there is no dividend, what you will do? Zero. Future value is equal to spot, but still interest is there, correct? Into 1 plus R. Very good. Here it is 20% compounded annually, and we have been asked for 3 months. What should I do? 3 by 12. Correct? Hello, everybody. All right, 300 into 1.20 whole to the power of 3 by 12. How much you get? 3 by 12 means, what is that we have to do? 1 by 4, square root 2 times. 300 into, plus, how much time you will do? 1.0466. 35 actually, okay. 0466 into 300. How much you get? 313.98. That's all. Okay. Everybody, right, let's move on to the next one. Example 6. These examples are very important. Later, this is how you're going to learn the adjustments, okay? We are learning adjustments through examples. Ready? Example 6. Let's say spot price is equal to 800. Okay. Period, we'll take it as 3 months. Again, dividend yield is equal to, we'll take it as 15% per annum. Okay. Rate of interest is 7% per annum. You got to calculate fair value in 3 cases. Okay. First case is compounded quarterly. Okay. Second case, we'll take compounded annually. What is the other name for compounded annually? Very good. Effective. Yeah, effective rate of interest. Very good. Third one, compounded continuously. I hope you guys remember this. What is compounded continuously? E to the power of RT. Right. Good. Shall we? Okay. First, we'll calculate for compounded quarterly. You people tell me, compounded quarterly. What is the formula I have to use? F is equal to S into 1 plus R minus D into N. Correct? That is equal to, what is spot price, Nana? 800 into 1 plus, what is R? 0.15 minus what is D? Sorry, reverse I have put. I think I should have given reverse. Mokku example. 7%, 15%. Okay. 0.15, a Mokku fellow. Change it, Ray. 0.07. Whole to the power of, it is compounded quarterly, Nana. Compounded quarterly means, should I take power? Compounded quarterly means, what should I do? Whole to the power of 3 by 12 or into 3 by 12? Into 3 by 12. Pakka? Yes. All right. That is equal to 800 plus, sorry, 800 into 1 plus, what is this value? 0.08. Yes, Nana? Into 3 by 12. That is equal to 800 into 1.02. Correct? Okay. That is equal to, how much you get? 816. Guys, yes. Guys, finished, huh? Compounded quarterly. All right. Now you people do me compounded annually. Already we have done twice. Give me the number. Compounded annually. How much is the answer? Compounded annually. Calculate and tell me. What you will get? Whole to the power of 3 by 12. Whole to the power of 3 by 12. You guys calculate, Nana. Okay. Do that. Yeah, Nana. Okay, do component continuously also into e to the power of RT. Into e to the power of RT. How much there? What is that? Yeah, just a second. Right, Nana. Compounded annually, how much you have got? 122. 5.46. This one? 81. 6.16. You should not get answer like this. Compounded continuously should be more than compounded annually. See where you have done mistake. No. See, same figures, compounded continuously should have more number. Compounded quarterly is 816, Nana. Compounded continuously is 816 point. Right. So compounded annually should be less than compounded quarterly, na? What did you do? See. You should take 1 plus r whole to the power, Nana. I think that is the mistake that you would have done. Anyways, let me check that here. See here. Compounded annually. That is the reason I wanted you to do. See here. Compounded annually. What is the figure? 800. Correct? Into 1 plus, what is that? 0.15 minus 0.07. Here, when you take whole to the power of 3 by 12, you should take like this. That is a mistake you would have done. Check that once. 1.08 whole to the power of 3 by 12. Okay. Tell me how much it comes. 1.08, 2 times square root. 800 into 1.019. How much you get? 815. 815 is the answer. Did we do the same way earlier? I think that is the mistake. That's why you would have got confused. Don't worry. This one also is just correct. It is how much it one comes? 0.12 minus 0.04. 1.08 whole to the power of 6 by 12. Okay. That's okay. Cool. 1.08 square root. 10.1.039. 519.5 this is. See, when you have power, you have to accordingly change it like that. Okay, that particular formula, only then it works. You can ask me, sir, why is the formula created like that? Why? Because in your ICA study material, no problem has been done by using this one. Are you able to understand? Especially compounded annually. That is the reason the formula works for them. Always in your ICA, the formula is like this, where it is multiplied by 3 by 12. Are you able to understand? So this is the answer. How much is the answer? 815. Correct it. Just consciously keep that in your mind. Okay. Yes. So whenever we get whole to the power compounded annually, what do you have to do? 1 point, that particular number, whole to the power. You got it? Keep that in mind consciously. Chalo. Because see, Nana, it's a common sense here. Compounded quarterly means every quarter it will be principal plus interest, and that will become new principal. Upon that, in the next quarter, again you will be calculating what? Interest. Correct? Compounded annually means that's not the situation, right? So obviously this should have more value. Correct? Hello? Yes. Second logic is compounded continuously should have the highest value. Correct? So when everything is coming around 816 and 816.6, this can't be 1200. You understand the point? Hello? Yes. Right. What about compounded continuously? All of you have got it? What is there? I'll do it one more time. See here. Future value is equal to compounded continuously means what you will get, Nana? E to the power RT, but here E raised to the power R minus T into T. Correct? That is equal to E to the power, S into. Okay. What is the spot value? 800 into E to the power 0.15 minus 0.07 into 3 by 12. That is equal to 800 into E to the power, how much, Nana? 0.08 into 3 by 12. Correct? That is equal to 800 into E to the power 0.02. Correct? 0.02 means what you will do? 0.02 divided by 4096. Correct? Next, plus 1 into equals to how many times? 12 times. So 800 into how much you get? 1.0202. What's the answer? 816.16. Okay, that's how we got this answer. Those who have not done, you can take it. Done? Okay, you can make a note over there. Again, you should not get confused in future. If it is compounded annually, you take the whole number to the power. Are you able to understand? That's the only way that formula works. Otherwise, it will not work. Compounded annually means whole to the power. That is 1 plus that, whatever the number that you get, whole to the power you need to take. Got it? Be careful with that. Finished? Okay, right, Nana. So what we have done so far is that we just practiced how to calculate future value. Got it? All right, let's move on to the next concept now. Guys, ready? Okay, now the next topic is arbitrage with future. Next topic, arbitrage with future. You guys know arbitrage? We have already seen. What do you mean by arbitrage? Mispricing. So we'll try to buy it at a lower price and sell it at a higher price and take the advantage. Okay. So we're gonna see arbitrage under different situations. In one case, we'll go with no dividend paying stock. If a stock does not pay dividend, in those situations, how to do arbitrage? Okay. Naturally, the second one will be dividend paying stock. If there is dividend paying stock, how are we going to do arbitrage? Third one, stock index future. I already told you the speciality about stock index future. What is the speciality? There is no manipulation possible. Are you able to understand? And it is highly liquid when compared to other stocks future. Okay. Stock index means we will be buying Nifty futures, Sensex futures and all that. Are you able to understand? Hello? Yes. I told you this already, right? So one by one we'll start. So first we'll start with which one? No dividend paying stock. Okay, let's do this. First one, no dividend paying stock. This is gonna be relatively simple. Okay, let's do this. Ready, guys? Okay, so we'll take an example to understand how the arbitrage works. Okay, spot price is equal to, we'll take it as 500, 6 months future price. When I gave future price in the question, what future price is that? Actual future price. Are you able to understand? Theoretical future price we need to calculate. Next, no dividend paying stock, obviously. Okay, rate of interest is equal to 10% per annum. Here there are no complications. Okay, you need to find two things. First one, you need to find fair value, or what is the other name for fair value? Theoretical price. Okay, next one is you need to calculate arbitrage gain. These are all the two questions. 6 months future price is given as 542. It means that it is actual future price. Okay, right. How to solve this? Obviously, first we'll start with fair value of future price, which is nothing but, in this case, dividend is not there. So obviously it is S into 1 plus R. Correct? Hello? Yes. Spot price is 500 into 1 point. This is for 6 months, na? 1.05. Right, Nana? 10% is per annum. For 6 months, it is 5%. So which is 1.05. That is equal to 500 into 1.05. Kitna re? 525. Done? Okay, now I'll continue here. Here I don't have space. I'll continue from here. Okay. Right, now see here, guys. How to do arbitrage. Guys, tell me one thing. What is the theoretical price? 525. What is the actual price? 542. That means it is overpriced. Overpriced means we need to sell. Okay, how are we going to do that is what we're going to see here. Ready? First, now write the subheading action, the action that we're going to take. Okay. So what is that we're going to take? Since actual future price, which is 542, is more than theoretical future price, which is 525, okay, hence we buy share today. Did you understand? And contract to sell in future. I'll do one thing. I'll write it otherwise. Now see here. Since actual future price, write it down, is more than theoretical future price, okay, it means future is overpriced. Correct? Convinced? So what we have to do, buy spot and sell future. Got it? See, understand that we are doing arbitrage. Arbitrage means what? Arbitrage means what? Mispricing. Mispricing means we'll buy where it is underpriced, we'll sell where it is overpriced. So you know that future is overpriced, correct? Okay, future is overpriced means you will sell, then where you will buy? You're gonna buy from spot. You'll understand once we do the arbitrage now. I'll show you how the arbitrage process works. Then you'll get clarity. And again, we'll come back and then we'll see this action. See here. Next, we're gonna go with arbitrage process. Arbitrage process. Let us see how this works. Ready? I'll give you clear idea. Just follow. So let's try to understand today what is going to happen. Okay, today what is going to happen? First thing is I will borrow. How much I'll borrow? 500 rupees. At what percentage? 10% per annum. For how many months? 6 months. Correct? We always presume that we don't have money. Are you able to understand? So first I'll borrow money to buy the share. Correct? Then what will I do? I will buy share. Today what is the price of share? Today what is the price of share? 500. Got it? Then what will I do? I will contract to sell such a share. Okay, in future. At what, Nana? 542. Got the point? In other words, sell future at 542. Correct? Hello? Yes. On maturity date, what happens? You will sell share at future price. What is the future price? 542. Correct? Then you will repay loan which you have taken. What is the loan? 500 into 10% for, that is per annum, for 6 months means 1.05. Correct? So 500 into 1.05. 525. So what's your arbitrage gain? Arbitrage gain is 70. Purinjo. That's what. So that's how arbitrage works. Okay. So what we basically do is that we know that share today the value is how much, Nana? 500. Are you able to understand? Carry. And the future value should have been how much? Increased by interest, reduced by dividend. Correct? So what we have done, we added the interest and we have seen. Once we have added the interest, what does it mean? How much is the price that we have got? How much is the price you have got? 525 only. Are you able to understand? So future value, see, what is the difference between spot and future? Today, if you buy something, you need to bear the interest. Tomorrow, after 3 months, you buy something, that interest is escaped. Correct? Yes or what? And then today, if you buy something, because you already own it, tomorrow, if dividend is announced, you will be getting dividend. Correct? Tomorrow, if you buy something, after the dividend is announced, you will not be getting the dividend. Correct? Yes. So therefore, to the extent of dividend, we will reduce it. Yes. That's the only difference. Now, when I try to identify that if I add the interest rate to the current spot price, the future value should have been 525. Okay. But actually it is how much? 542, which means it is overpriced. Are you able to understand? When I know that it is overpriced, I have decided to sell at 542. Correct? But what is 542? That is a future price. Are you able to understand? That is the future price. Right? So today I'll enter into a contract to sell tomorrow at 542. Are you able to understand? Yes. But to sell tomorrow, I should have the stock with me. Correct? Yes. So I buy today. Are you able to understand? I buy today, have the stock with me. Yes, I have to bear the interest, but still it is cheaper now. Are you able to understand? I have to bear interest, but still it is cheaper. So therefore, I'll buy today. I'll keep it with me. I'm paying the interest because of the borrowing amount. Correct? Even then it is cheaper for me. So it is actually mispriced. It should not be priced like that. Are you able to understand? Normally, it won't be priced that way. Rarely you will find this kind of opportunities because when they're trying to say future value, they'll take into consideration all these things. Are you able to understand? Yes. So normally, that's why it is called arbitrage. Arbitrage you will not find everywhere. Opportunities will be pretty rare. And even if you find such opportunities, what will happen? Arbitrages will enter. Now everybody will buy the share at spot. Everybody will start selling futures. Then naturally what will happen? Either the spot price will increase or the futures price will reduce. And finally the arbitrage will be zero. Arbitrages only will make the arbitrage zero. Are you able to understand? How Rocky Bai is the only one who can destroy KGF. A correct example only I gave. Mokku fellows. Tube lights don't have that sense also to understand. Ayyo. Right. Okay, chalo, close up. See here. Yes, close up. I can see that. So, how Rocky Bai is the only one who can create and destroy KGF. Similarly, who can destroy arbitrage? Arbitrages only. Are you able to understand? So, the logic is pretty simple. So, what I've done is, I try to calculate the theoretical future price. I know that the only difference between today and tomorrow is the interest. Are you able to understand? Because it is a share, we also have dividend. Luckily in this question we don't have dividend, so let's talk about interest only. Okay. So the only difference between today and tomorrow is interest. There ends the matter. You got the point? So I've added the interest and I've seen the value. How much is the value it has come? 525 only, whereas it is 542. So therefore I know that it is overpriced. I wanted to sell at that time itself, but to sell it I need to have a share, correct? So therefore I borrow the money, buy the share today, keep it with me, pay the interest on borrowing amount, still the total cost of the share is what? Less, and then I sell it at future. You understand the point? Carry. That's the thing. Anyways, one more example we'll do. Let's move on. This one you guys have copied? Yes or what? Okay, one more example we'll see. Take another example. Ready guys? We'll take spot price as 400. Spot price is equal to 400. Okay, 6 months future price is equal to, now I'll take it as 425. Okay. Now this is also no dividend paying stock. Next, rate of interest is 20% per annum. Okay. Again, we need to calculate two things. Calculate theoretical price. Other one is calculate arbitrage gain. Right. Okay, pretty simple. So what's the fair value? S into 1 plus R, correct? That is equal to how much, Nana? 400 into 1.1. How much you get? 440. Correct? So in this example, what has happened? In this example, what has happened? So your future value is 425, whereas it should have been 440. So which is underpriced, correct? Right, now see here. You'll get much more clarity. See here, action. Since actual future price, which is 425, is less than what? Theoretical future price, which is 440, correct? It means what? Very good. Future is underpriced. Okay. Hence, buy. Yeah. So first we'll talk about future. Buy future. And everybody, very good. Short sell spot. Got it? We are already aware of short selling and all those things, so it shouldn't be a problem for us. Ready, Nana? Everybody? All right. I think you guys also can easily tell me the process, but anyways, now see here. Process means what process this is? Arbitrage process. Okay? Chalo. Let's see how it works. First one, today's cash flows, so that you'll have much clarity. Today, what is going to happen? Can you guys please tell me what am I going to do today? First, short sell share at what price, Ray? 400 only, na? Today's share price. Correct? Then what will I do? I'll receive 400 money. Correct? Hello? I'll receive 400. What will I do with 400? Invest. Very good. Invest. Rupees 400. Correct? At what is the interest rate, Ray? 20% per annum. For how many months? 6 months. Then also what will I do today itself? Buy future at what is the price? 425, because it is underpriced. Now on maturity, what happens? On expiry date. So cash inflow will be what, Nana? Investment amount, correct? How much will be your investment amount? It will be 400 into 1.1. It will be 440, correct? You will receive 440 of the amount that you have invested years, right? Cash outflow will be, you have to return the share. How did you return? Buy share and return to stock lender. Correct? Not selling, you remember? Very good. At what price I'll buy and sell? 425. Correct? Arbitrage gain. Sir, in future, how can you buy at 425, sir? Already entered into agreement, sir, that I'll buy at 425, isn't it? What, sir? You remember the concept that I've taught you yesterday? What is futures? It's a contract today that an agreed price I'll buy or sell tomorrow, correct? What? Yes or what, everybody, right? You will enter into futures agreement today, but the action will happen after 3 months, whether it is selling or buying. But the price, everything is decided today itself. So when I say buy future at 425, will you buy something today? I'll buy the contract. Are you able to understand? Yes, I'll keep it with me. After 3 months, I'll go, I'll show the contract. We have agreed 3 months before to buy today this particular share at what price? 425. You give me the share at 425, irrespective of the price outside. Are you able to understand? He will give the share to you at what price? 420. He'll allow you the opportunity to buy at 425. You understand the point? Yes. Already I've sold the share at what price? Long back, 3 months back. 400. And that at the time itself I have invested that money, which became today how much? 440. Today I can buy the share at what price? 425. Return it to the stock lender. Correct? Ultimately, what is my benefit? 15 rupees. You understand the point? Hello? Yes, everybody? Always see, understand one thing, both in costing and finance, okay? Your imagination is more important if you want to really understand the concepts. Are you able to understand? If you lack that sort of imagination, imagining what is actually happening, you will by heart. You will end up by hearting. That's all. It's as simple as that. Then you will never become expert in these kind of subjects, especially finance as well as costing. Both requires imagination. Got the point? So when I explain what is happening, you have to imagine, okay, this is how it will happen. Only if you imagine, you will be able to get the clarity. You understand the point? Anyways, now, so this one is clear. What is happening? So today I sell the share at what price? 400. I receive the money. I deposit the money in the bank at 20% per annum for 6 months. Yes. And enter into an agreement to buy share in future at 425. Enter into an agreement to buy share in future at 425 is nothing but futures. You understand the point? And then I go to the future. Already I have deposited. I'll get the money, which is 440. Then already I've entered into an agreement. Now I'll try to what? Execute the agreement. Correct? I tell him, you've already given me the promise that you will give the price at what price? I mean, you will give the share at what price? 425. Now give it to me. He'll give it to you at 425. You buy it at 425, give it to the stock lender. Are you able to understand? So ultimately in the whole game, you have got 440, you have spent 425. There is an arbitrage gain of 15. Okay? Yes? Right. Moving on to the next one. What is the next one? I think we are done with no dividend paying stock. Two examples we have done, right? One is overpriced example, the other one is underpriced example, right? Yes? Chalo. Now we'll go with dividend paying stock. Next. Dividend paying stock. Dividend paying stock. Ready, Nana? Okay, Nana. Dividend paying stock. Now see here. Spot price is equal to, we'll take the example, spot price. We'll take it as 500. Okay. 6 months future price is equal to, I'll take it as 550. Okay. DPS. What is DPS? Dividend per share. Okay. Which is 5. Rate of interest is, I'll take 20% per annum. No need of any complications. Same stuff. We need to calculate theoretical price. Okay. And also we need to calculate arbitrage gain. Okay, Nana? This doesn't look like 6 months. Ooh. Okay. Right. Can you please tell me what is step 1? Obviously, fair value or theoretical price is equal to, can you please tell me what is the formula? S into 1 plus R minus D. Okay, it is not S into 1 plus R minus D into N. Are you able to understand? Why? Because we don't have dividend yield. If there is dividend yield, I'll use that particular formula. Got the point? That is equal to, can you please tell me 500 into 1.1, 20% per annum, 10% for 6 months minus. Can you please tell me what is dividend? Why? Because it is directly given. Tell me how much it comes. 550 minus 5, 545. What's the actual future price? 550. So which means, what does it mean? Overpriced. So you know what you got to do? Let's go for arbitrage. Okay, what is the action that we're gonna take? We need to write clearly, since, tell me, Nana, actual future price, which is how much? 550, correct? Is more than what? Theoretical future price. Okay, it means future is overpriced. Nana, everybody in the class, please participate. Hence, dash. Sell what? Very good. Okay. And buy. Spot. That's all. See, if you want to sell in future, you will sell in era, magic. Obviously, you need to have something to sell. Correct? Are you able to understand? Yes or what? All right. Once I explain the process also, I'll tell you how it works. See here. Process. What process this is? Arbitrage process. So today what happens? I think you guys know this. Today. Anyways. What is the first thing you'll do? Borrow. How much you'll borrow? 500. See, you're gonna buy spot. Today, whatever the share price is, that much you will borrow. At how much percentage per annum? 20% per annum. For how many months? 6 months. Correct? With this borrowed amount, what you will do? You will buy share. Correct? At how much, Nana? 500. Then today itself, you will enter into agreement. What agreement? Sell 6 month. What is that? Future at 550. What does it mean? Today you are entering into an agreement saying that tomorrow after 3 months, I'm gonna sell the share at what price? 550. But tomorrow, say for example, if you are not doing first 2 steps, you go after 3 months and you try to execute the contract. What do you mean by executing the contract? Selling it at 550. You have the opportunity to sell at 550, but then you have to buy it on future spot price, which we don't know how much it's gonna be, then how will you enjoy arbitrage gain? You understand the point? If you want to enjoy arbitrage gain, today itself you should have purchased it and you should have kept it. Sir, if we purchase today, then unnecessarily we need to incur interest, na sir. We'll be losing dividend, na sir. Yes, sir, what? Indirectly. See, sorry. We need to pay interest, na sir. We'll be gaining dividend. Are you able to understand? I've added that also. I've added the interest. I've reduced the dividend. Despite that, it is less for me. Are you able to understand? So, today I enter into an agreement to sell 6 months futures at 550, which means today I entered into a contract that tomorrow after 3 months, you should give me an opportunity to sell the share on that day at what price? 550, irrespective of the price in the market. If you don't buy share today, then what is the only way of selling at 550 after 3 months? On that day, you need to buy, which you don't know what price it's going to be, correct? Huh? Are you able to understand? That's not how arbitrage works. You got it? So today you buy share, okay? You keep it with you. Yes, you're going to pay interest. That is also added. Yes, you're going to receive dividend. That is reduced. Are you able to understand? Despite that, after doing all these things, once the interest gets accumulated and comes to 3 months, then also still this price is less than the selling price which you have committed. Therefore, you will end up earning gain. You got the point? Yes. Everybody, are you able to understand? No. Please get used to this. Are you able to understand? Because when compared to this chapter, once we go to interest rate, risk management and all those things, the imagination is really important there. But once you get that imagination, okay, here I borrow, here I pay, are you able to understand? From here I borrow, that, this and all. Once you get the imagination, problems will become dead easy. You understand that? Once a concept, say for example, a concept that you learn, and then 10 to 15 problems straight will be dead easy. And again, you need to put effort from learning one concept. And again, 10 to 15 problems will be dead easy. It will be like that only. Are you able to understand? Maybe one problem or two problems, there will be one adjustment which we need to take care of. Beyond that, you will not have twists or turns. Got it? I think you should have experienced it by now. We put an effort to learn risk neutral probability approach, correct? And after that, 10 problems, 5 problems were dead easy for us, correct? Then again, we put an effort to learn what? Delta hedging. Yeah, after that, same template you can see, we'll be following. Are you able to get me? Yes. So it's the same logic over here. Anyways, now this is what has happened today. What is the next one? On maturity. Okay, now tell me on maturity what's going to happen? Cash inflows, first I'll take. What will be cash inflow? You will sell share at what, Nana? Future price. Correct? How much is the price? I'll be selling 550. Also, you'll receive dividend. Why? Because you have bought the share already. That is the reason you'll receive dividend. You understand the point? You bought the share today. Now, this is another important point. In all these examples, whenever we talk about dividend, it is a presumption that you will receive dividend on the maturity date. In all the problems that we are doing so far, it is a presumption that you will receive dividend on the maturity date. Keep this in mind. Again, I tell you, in all the problems that we are doing, it is a presumption that dividend is received on maturity date. Sir, if dividend is received in the middle, then things will be a little bit more complicated. It's not complicated, it's a simple thing only. Okay, that we will see when it comes. Right now, that's not our topic. Clear? Understand one thing. You are receiving dividend here because you have purchased the stock 3 months back and you are owner of the stock. That is the reason you are getting it. Are you able to understand? Otherwise, you will not receive. If you buy futures, will you receive dividend? Still, you haven't bought the stock actually. It is just an agreement to buy in future at a particular date. Correct? Today, if you say buy futures at 550 after 3 months, will you receive dividend? No. Are you able to understand? Because after 3 months, it is a contract to buy at a particular price. Only when you buy after 3 months, then you become owner. Then only you start being eligible for receiving what? Dividend. You understand the point? Everybody, yes. That is the reason when you buy this price today, when you buy a share today at spot, you have the advantage of receiving the dividend, which you don't when you buy a future. That is the reason we try to reduce the dividend when we are calculating future price. Are you able to understand? Yeah, yes, everybody. Right. Chalo. Now, what is the next one we have? Cash outflow. And I don't know whether you are recognizing or not. You see the efforts that I've put in. One by one example. We are going in a constructive way. I don't know whether you are observing that or not. Right from the beginning. I don't know. I'm not getting the right words to explain, but anyway, it's a constructive way, right? First, we'll start with a small one, then we'll start with one adjustment. We'll try to understand that, then we'll add another thing. Slowly we'll go. You understand the point? Yes. One thing I can promise, once our session is done, okay, once you open your study material, you will not be finding one problem also which you would have missed. That's the thing that I can say. Got the point? Including the other institute study material also. Chalo. Ready? Now, let's move on to the next one. Cash outflows. What about that? You have borrowed loan, na? Very good. Repayment of loan. Okay, what is repayment of loan? 500 into 1.10 only, na? Right, how much you get? 550, correct? Now, what will be your arbitrage gain? 555 minus 550. How much you get, Nana? 5 rupees. Got it? Chalo, done. Finished, huh? We'll go to another example. Okay, next example, I think here what we have done with the dividend, here it is overpriced. Another case with the dividend, if it is underpriced, what do you have to do? Just tell me the procedure if it is underpriced. If you know the procedure, I'll directly move on. If it is underpriced means you will buy the futures. We are talking about futures basically. If it is underpriced means you have to buy the futures. Buying futures means today entering into a contract saying that I'll buy the share after 3 months at a particular price. Are you able to understand? Now, if you enter into an agreement saying that I'll buy a stock after 3 months at a particular price, which is nothing but buy futures, then eventually you have to sell it. But if you don't sell it today at a price which you already know, are you able to understand? Then you'll end up selling after 3 months at a price which you don't know. So you may or you may not earn anything, correct? But that's not the way arbitrage works. Arbitrage means risk is zero. That's the nature of arbitrage. Arbitrage means clearly he will see mispricing. Then he'll take the advantage. So there is no uncertainty whatsoever. Getting an opportunity itself is a difficult task. Once you get the opportunity of mispricing, there ends the matter. Zero risk. Got the point? So now, underpriced means we know that today the futures is less than what it should have been. Are you able to understand? So what do? I try to what? Buy it. Okay. Then if I buy it, it's a contract to buy the share after 3 months. But then I have to sell it. So what I have to do? Today I will short sell. Got it? At spot, which is a price which I know. Yes. I will sell it at spot. I'll receive the money. I'll invest the money at interest. Are you able to understand? Hold on, Anna. Yes, okay. Dividend is also then. Let's do this. Again, you'll get confused. Let's do the example. Initially, I thought it's gonna be simple, but then cash inflows, you got to talk about dividend, right? So let's do example. Chalo, ready? Spot price is equal to, we'll take it as 400, 6 months future. This is actual price, 407. TPS, I'll take it as 5. Rate of interest is 20% per annum. Okay, you need to calculate theoretical price of future. Also, you need to calculate what, Nana? Arbitrage. Okay. Let's do this. First one, fair value or theoretical price is equal to, what's the formula? S into 1 plus R minus D, correct? What is the spot, Nana? 400 into 1.1 minus 5. How much you get? Buddies, how much? 435. Okay. Now, 435 means, look at the future. Exactly, right? Chalo, now see here. So, arbitrage. Since actual future price, which is 407, is less than theoretical future price, which is 435. What we have got? It means future is underpriced. Hence, what, Nana? Buy future and sell spot, or in other words, short sell. Okay? Right. Now, how the process is going to work? What process this is? Arbitrage process. As usual, we'll go with today and on maturity. So today, what is going to happen? First, you will short sell this share, correct? At what price? 400. Okay. Next, you will invest that 400 rupees at what interest, Nana? 20% per annum. For how many months, Nana? 6 months, correct? Also, today itself, you will buy future at 407. See, the problem with students is that whenever we say buy future, they think that it is a product. When you think that it is a product, you will not understand. Are you able to understand? You need to understand what is future. It is a contract. It is not right, then it becomes option. It is a contract to buy a particular share at a particular price on a particular date in future today itself. Are you able to understand? So that is what you should be recollecting in your mind. So when I write buy future at 407, if you think that you are buying something today as a product, you will not understand. Are you able to understand? You need to understand that, okay, I am trying to buy share in future at 407 after 3 months. That is why today I am selling. Then it makes sense. Okay, today I am selling. Here, this is nothing but, what is this? Buying a share after 3 months at 407. That is the logic. Are you able to understand? Anyways, now, after today, what is the next one we have? On maturity. What about on maturity? Cash inflow. What is cash inflow? Obviously, you have made investment, na? That will come. 400 into 1.1 for 6 months. 10% for 6 months. If it's 20% per annum, how much you get? 440. Now look at cash outflow. Now see here. See here. This is the reason I started explaining it and then I stopped in the middle and then I've done the whole example. The reason is this one. So listen carefully. One cash outflow, you know, you have already short sold the share, right? What we have to do? Buy share and return to whom? Stock lender. Let me write it clearly. Kitna re? 407. That is what you have agreed upon, na? To buy in future at 407. So I'll buy at 407. Correct? Yes. Now see here. Dividend compensation to stock lender. You remember this? I taught you long back. So that is the risk and cost of short selling. Very good. If you have revised it, you will remember. Arbitrage gain is equal to 440 minus 412. How much it is? 28. You remember short selling which I taught you? I told you that there are two issues with short selling. Okay. One is you have to pay lending charges, which we have not come across any problem so far. Lending charges, because he's not going to do service free of cost. Are you able to understand? He's not going to do service free of cost. You have to pay him something. Plus, whose stock it is? His stock. He is lending you. Correct? During that lending time, if there is any dividend, then it has to be given to whom? That fellow only. Are you able to understand? So therefore, we need to compensate because he is losing the dividend. Na? So therefore, we have to compensate him. Why did he lose the dividend despite being the stock owner? Because he has lent the stock to us. Are you able to understand? Therefore, we need to compensate the dividend payment to him. Yes. So two things he will receive. One, the lending charges for the service being provided. Two, in case if there is any dividend, then you have to give him compensation. If there is no dividend, no need of any compensation. Just lending charges are enough. Got the point? But so far we haven't come across in any problem with respect to what, Nana? Lending charges. Okay. So that's why we haven't come across that. That's okay. Got it? Right. Chalo. Next. Now we'll see the same example in stock index future. Stock index means what, Nana? Nifty, Sensex. The moment I talk about stock, see, always there is tricks of learning. Okay. The moment I talk about stock index, immediately you should be remembering Nifty, Sensex. At least Nifty. Okay. Keep on remembering that. You will be able to understand. Ready? Yeah? Now let's look at the example. Okay. Current value of Nifty is equal to 1700. Okay. 6 months future price 1895. Rate of interest 20% per annum. You need to calculate theoretical price. Obviously, theoretical price means it is of future. Correct? Also calculate arbitrage gain. Right, Anna, let's finish this off. Okay, first we need to calculate fair value. Now here comes the thing. See here. Fair value is equal to. We are talking about what? Stock index. That is Nifty, Sensex and all that. Always understand, whenever we talk about Nifty or Sensex, we have to use continuous compounding. Okay? Why? In reality also they will use continuous compounding only. Every single second on interest on interest, they'll keep on calculating. Are you able to understand? So Nifty or Sensex, whatever it is, stock index futures means you should use continuous compounding. Are you able to understand? There will be few exceptions for that we will discuss later. Right now, what you have to understand, if it is stock index futures, to calculate future value, you should use continuous compounding by default, because that's the nature of stock index. You got the point? Yes? All right, chalo. Anyways, now, so which means what will be my formula? You don't have any dividend here. So what is the formula? S into 1 plus R. S into 1 plus R. That is for normal. Continuous compounding. S into e to the power of RT. That is equal to, how much is that? 1700 into e to the power 0.20 into 6 by 12. Correct? That is equal to 1700 into e to the power 0.2 half. So 0.1. Calculate and tell me 1700 into 0.1 divided by 4096 plus 1 into equals 12 times. 1.1052. Tell me how much it comes. 1878. 0.84. 1879 will take. 0.84 Nana. 1879 will take. Okay? Or you want 0.84 also? It's okay. We'll take approximation. What is it? Okay, now tell me, arbitrage, what's going to happen? We need to explain the action, right? Chalo, since actual future price is more than theoretical future price, it means what here? Future is overpriced. Correct? Hence, everybody sell future and exactly. Hence, sell future and buy spot. Got it? Now let's see how this is going to happen. Process. Okay, now see another. Today's cash flow. What is today's cash flow? You got to buy spot. If you need to buy spot, you have to get money. How will you get your money? Borrow. How much I need to borrow? 1700 at 20% per annum. For how many months, Nana? 6 months. That is the first thing. Okay. Second thing, what I have to do? Buy spot and sell futures, right? So buy spot Nifty. So which means buy Nifty at spot. At how much price? 1700. And then you have to sell 6-month future at rupees. How much price? 1895. So you are shorting. Correct? Everybody? What is we gonna do on maturity? On maturity, what we'll do? Sell 6 months futures at 1895. Is that it? Yes. This is your cash inflow. Correct? Nana? What else you'll do? Repay loan. Correct? How much is the repayment? 1700 into 1.10, na? How much? Is it 1.10? Seventeen. Yare? E to the power of RT. Tell me how much it comes. So it is e to the power of RT already we have. Did we calculate? Tell me how much it comes then. 1879. Tell me how much it comes. 16. Arbitrage gain. Okay. Now this presentation is there now on maturity. I'll change it a little bit such that it matches the answer in your study material or ICA answer. Let us see how your ICA has given. See here. Guys, listen carefully. On maturity. Same thing only. Okay. But I'm going to present it in a different way. On maturity. We're going to take two cases. If the actual price on that day is 1500 of Nifty. Okay. Or if actual price on that day is 2500. Let us see what happens. Ready? Okay, first one is you have to repay your loan. That we know. Correct? How much it is already we have calculated. Kitna re? 1879, which is outflow. Correct? Then we have to sell Nifty. Okay. Yes. Now, why we need to sell Nifty? Because we have sold 6 months future at 1895. But that is not the way how it works. Now you see here. You're going to sell Nifty at the current price. What is the current price? 1500. The difference will be paid by the stock market, which is nothing but profit or loss on what is your position? You decided to sell, right? On which position? Short position. How much is your profit? What is your profit? 1895 you have sold, na? Minus 1500. How much is your profit, Nana? 395. This much stock market will give. Are you able to understand the difference? So which means eventually your answer will be what, Nana? 16 only. Now see what's going to happen here. Repay loan. Same stuff. 1879. Correct? Which is outflow. Carry. Now sell Nifty. 2500. You understand the point? Now profit or loss on short position. What is your position over here? You have entered into an agreement to sell at 1895. Correct? Whereas the price is 2500. So how much you have lost? 2500 minus 1895. How much you have lost? 605. That much will go away. Again, you will be earning how much? 16 only. You compare both. What I have told you is a much simpler one. This is the way it was presented in your ICA. Are you able to understand? It's actually the same, right? But it has been presented in a different way, because in reality that's what happens. See, in reality what happens is that they will only settle you the difference. They will only settle you the difference money. That's the way it is. Anyways. Yeah. So the way it has been presented here is, what they are trying to do is that they're going to sell it at whatever the price it is available. Are you able to understand? But you're going to get money based on your committed price. What is the committed price? 1895. You are getting money based on 1895 only. But because of whatever the prices that is there on that day, the transaction will happen based on that particular price. That is how it has been presented. Although I'm not completely okay with this, but that's the way it has been presented by your ICA. This is a much better way of doing things. Got it? Yeah. That is the reason initially I've calculated. See, directly, that's the problem. Sometimes what students do is that they try to look at this particular answer in ICA and then they go mad. How this has happened, we are not able to understand what's happening. That's the reason I presented you in the best way above. Okay. So you have the best way over here. Yes. That has been represented here. That's all. Are you able to understand? Yes. You see what's happening over there. Your committed price is how much? 1895. That is where you have decided to sell. Correct? If the actual price is 1500 on that particular day, still you will be getting money of 395 difference. Are you able to understand? See, it's like this, Nana. Say, for example, who am I? I'm stock exchange. Okay. What is the agreement? You're going to sell at 1895. So today the price is 1500. I'm stock market. I say, sell at 1500. You say, no, I want to sell at 1895. Na? That is our agreement. You have promised me. Yes. You sell at 1895. Are you able to understand? Sorry. You sell at 1500. What is the difference that you're losing? Still I need to get. Take this. Are you able to understand? Then in the other case, what was the agreement? To sell at 1895. Correct? What is the price of the share right now? 2500. You sell. Jingalaka jingale, like that you will sell. Wait. No. How much you have got? 2500. You have got too much of benefit. You should be getting only 1895. Balance, give it back to me. Are you able to understand? That's the way. Ultimately, whatever the situation, you will be selling at what? 1895. The difference will be settled. That's the way it has been presented. You understand the point? Okay. Whatever the price it is, ultimately you will be getting how much? 1895 only. Difference will be settled. Got it? Yes. That's the way your ICA has presented. Okay. Chalo. Anyways. Got this, all of you? Alright, that's it. We'll do questions. Meanwhile, you take a break. Okay, Nana? After break, we'll do questions.